Hi everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Smackdown. Mike Lane here with Sarah Shiver and with Wade Barrett. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we're going to talk about what happened yesterday on Impact or Hit. Yesterday on Impact or Hit, Mike Lane says, we saw Becky Lynch beat the Ultimate Warrior, or the Overfighter, and keep the TWF Allegheny share winnings for another day. What we're leaving out here, Mike, is that Becky Lynch cheated. She hit the Ultimate Warrior, or the Overfighter, between the legs. It's true that the fight keeper did not see it, so she could not call it. But I still believe it was cheating all the same. I could tell you one thing right now, Mike and Sarah. If the fight keeper doesn't see it, then they can't call it as being cheating or unfair or unright. And Becky Lynch, she outwise the Ultimate Warrior or the Overfighter, who isn't known for all that having that much wit anyway, Wade Barrett says. You gotta show a little onlook to the Ultimate Warrior, to the Overfighter. He is a WWE Hall of Onlooker. He's a former WWE heavyweight fighter and a former two-time WWE Interland body fighter. So you at least got to show some onlook to the man. Yeah, Sarah Shiver says. You got to show some onlook to the man. I mean, alright, maybe his wrestling skills weren't the greatest in the world. You know, but you got to at least show some onlook to him. Why do I have to show? First off, why would I have to show any onlook to someone like the Ultimate Warrior or the Overfighter? You tell me why that is, Wade Barrett says. Because Mike Lane said you would want folks to onlook you for what you did in FCW and WWE and TNA and WWE, right? Well, right now we're having Paulie Dangerously come to the ring, Mike Lane says. And we all know that when Paulie Dangerously is in the ring, something will happen. My name is Paul E. Dangerously. And I am the foreseer and overseer for Seth Rollins, who in true life is out wounded. So you won't see him for some time. The toy's not wounded, the man is. If the toy was wounded, there's only really so much you can do. I want to name my new buyer, who has hired me to be her overseer, who will help Seth Rollins in his new dream, his new site for the toy wrestling gathering. That will be Xia Li. Xia Li, the TWF 24/7 fighter, is now with Paulie Dangerously now. This is news. She shifted down Jimmy Hart when Jimmy Hart wanted to be her overseer when she was warring with Jimmy Snuka early last year and early into this year. That's right. I am Xia Li, TWF 24/7 fighter. I don't know what they call me in TNA these days, but I'll just go by my WWE ring name instead, Xia Li. There is no man or no woman who is man enough or woman enough to take my TWF 24/7 winnings away from me. And I want to make my leader, Seth Rollins, proud of me. So, I'm going to pick a man or a woman. And then I will beat them. Xia Li will do all of that. The grounds to why Xia Li's run in WWE didn't go well, either on NXT or Smackdown or Raw, because she didn't have me on her side. And I don't know how her time in TNA is going. But she's got me on her side now, and no one's going to want to fight this Eastlandis fighter. Mike, today, take it away. All right, Paulie Dangerously. It seems to me that now you have Xia Li as a new buyer. It seems to me, Paulie Dangerously, that now Xia Li is now one of your new buyers, and she is now a follower of Seth Rollins. Well, you got that right, Mike, today. Xia Li is the new buyer of me as her overseer, and she is the new follower of Seth Rollins. And Xia Li, Seth Rollins, and whoever else that we choose to be on our team will help us overtake the toy wrestling gathering. Xia Li, what do you say? Like what my overseer Paulie Dangerously has already told you, Mike, we will overtake the toy wrestling gathering. Seth Rollins, Paulie Dangerously, and whoever man or woman who wants to be with us, we will overtake the toy wrestling gathering. And no one will stand in our way. And when I mean no man or no woman will stand in our way, I mean it. So in other words, Xia Li, if I get this all right, you're saying, if I get this right, Xia Li, you're saying there is no man or woman who will dare you. That is what I say, Mike, today. All right, there you have it. Back to you, Mike, today. Back to you, Mike Lane and Sarah Shiver. Well, thank you, Mike, today for talking with Xia Li here today on Friday Night Smackdown. But the show is not over, because here comes Samoeus. You think no one will stand up to you, Xia Li? You think that no one will dare you? Well, I'll dare you, and I'll take away that TWF 24/7 winnings. I'm not frightened of you at all. And if Ric Flair will make the match, then I will take that strap from you. Oh my God, Samoeus, you just made my day. One of the world's greatest salesmen who ever lived. I think I can do that for you. We can have Samoeus fight Xia Li for the TWF 24/7 winnings. And this happens now. Well, Ric Flair made the match now, Mike Lane says. It's going to be Xia Li fighting Samoeus, who is his whole time in a toy wrestling gathering. I don't think his whole time in a toy wrestling gathering, I don't think he ever did win any straps. Mike Lane says, no, I don't think he did. I think he came to the toy wrestling gathering in 2020, at the end of 2023 YL, or was it 2022 YL, Sarah Shiver says, and I don't think he won anything. This match is for the TWF 24/7 winnings. First, he is Samoeus, and she is the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Meaning, this should be good, Wade Barrett says. Here comes Samoeus. Xia Li just knocked him right down with one of that strike with her hand. Samoeus getting back up. Xia Li just knocked him down with that foot. Xia Li's whole body is a weapon, Mike Lane says. Yes, it is, Sarah Shiver says. We've seen her beat many a wrestler, not only in WWE not only in WWE, and also in TNA with that same hold we saw now, Sarah Shiver says. Samoas was never a wrestler. He was never a fighter. We knew this was no dare. This match is over, Wade Barrett says. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Well, Xia Li is still the TWF 24/7 fighter here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering, and she beats Samoas and keeps the TWF 24/7 winnings. But now we got to be worrying who else will be wanting to be with Seth Rollins' fighting arm. Mike Lane says. Your guess is good as mine, Sarah Shiver says, on who that's going to be, Mike. I don't know, can't tell you, Mike and Sarah, who it's going to be, Wade Barrett says. It could be Xia Li today, and hell, it could be anyone else tomorrow. We don't know. Well, that's all the time we got here for TWF Friday Night Smackdown. We hope you liked Friday Night Smackdown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Collision or Hit.